Hi, it's me. We're back at Rosales, and I'm showing you exactly why you need to run, not walk here. Just walking into the greenhouse, and automatically you could see all of the striking colors. Spring has definitely sprung. Right off the bat, they have some amazing Xerographicas, some really nice large air plants for $18. A lot of them have flower spikes too. It's a really good deal because something this size is usually like $25 to $35. And I've never seen one with a flower spike. Usually they look like this. This is new. The first table is filled with orchids, and I'm loving all the different colors. They have mini orchids and the regular sized Phalaenopsis. These are all Phalaenopsis. I meant to say mini Phalaenopsis. Seeing all these flowers, definitely a serotonin boost. Happy, beautiful, happy, beautiful. So the single flower spiked Phalaenopsis are $8 each for the mini. They have some double stem. See, each of these have two different flower spikes, and these are $10 each. Ooh, I love this Phalaenopsis flower. That's cool. See, it looks a little different from this Phalaenopsis flower. And then they also have the standard size, which are these big, beautiful ones for $20. They're so pretty. I want them all. Ooh, they even have variegated miniature Phalaenopsis. That is so cool. I love how it has a different flower from the other variegated ones I've seen. So I've seen some variegated Phalaenopsis before at the Spring and Garden show that I was just at South Coast Plaza. I saw some there, and I also saw some at at Norman's Orchids, which is another orchid seller here in California. And the flower was different from this one. The flower that I've seen variegated orchids with is more like this, maybe a little different from that, but you get the idea. But these have the pretty veiny flowers. I love that. These variegated Phalaenopsis are $16 each. And another thing I love about the mini Phalaenopsis is that the flowers just look so much more plentiful because they're so small and so bundled or clustered. See, compared to the regular size. It's just a little more fun and whimsical looking to me. Who doesn't love a little whimsy? They also have little 2-inch ones. These are really cute. These are $5 each. Ooh, these are cool. So they may look like regular old Brazils, but these are not. It's slightly rarer, a little harder to find cousin. It's the Filidendrin silver stripe. Ooh. Isn't that nice? Yeah, these are in 6-inch hanging baskets, and they're $20 each. See how both sides have a little silver stripe surrounding that middle center section? So pretty. I love the way that this sun stresses too with the bright orange pink. They got some elbow singoniums. Look at this leaf. That leaf is beautiful. This plant is actually putting out some really beautiful leaves. Ooh, this one too. These elbow singoniums are in 4-inch pots, and they're $14 each. Oh, this is cool. They got some epipremnum marbles. Love these. So this isn't the marble queen. This is the beautiful variegated epipremnum pinnatum marble. It fenestrates a lot easier and is the variegated version of the species epipremnum pinnatum. This one especially has the most beautiful leaves. These are $25 in the 4-inch pots. This is one of my favorites because it's so easy to grow. I actually had a cutting that I just placed in a little humidity box or a propagation box with some moist sphagnum moss, and it's already taken off and it's its own plant. I don't want to mess it up and take it out of there, but I'm thinking of taking some cuttings from that and growing them outside of that so that it can harden to a more normal environment. But I was really amazed at how fast and well it grew. Ooh, they have some Begonia bipanaphidas. This is a somewhat hard to find begonia, especially in this size. This is in a 5-inch pot. Usually I see these in little 2-inch pots, and they're a lot more delicate. I mean, maybe in theory. I think maybe it's just a really delicate plant, because they warn you here, high humidity. But my point is I've killed a couple of those in the little 2-inch size. Whoa. Check this out. Isn't this a beautiful Filidendrin Milano Chrysum jungle? So these are all in 4-inch pots. I know it doesn't look like it because the leaves look so big. I mean, some of them are really nice size. Some of them are already putting out the beautiful long leaves that everyone loves about the Filodendrin Milano Chrysum. It amazes me because I remember the time when Milano Chrysums, like something like this, would have cost a couple $100. So it's great to see it available for $18, and they have a ton here to choose from. They have 4-inch calatheas. These are all $6 each. They got the rattlesnake, they got the ornata, and they got the makoyana. But have you seen the yellow fusion? Isn't this cool? So we've seen a calathea white fusion out and about, but I haven't seen the calathea yellow fusion in person yet, and it's really pretty. The leaves feel a lot more solid and a lot more hardy than the calathea white fusion, because those feel like tissue paper. Aren't these cute? I love these, and they are $18 each in the 5-inch pot. Right above those are some really nice full pots of Monstera Edensoni. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. These 8-inch pots of the Monstera Edensoni are so full, and they're $25 each. These are so pretty. Aren't these ferns gorgeous? I've only seen variegated ferns like this in Hawaii, so it's really cool to see this here. This is the tiger fern. It's the Nephrolepis exultata. And I'm just in love with these fronds. It's so pretty. These are in 5-inch pots, and they're $18 each. Right next to the ferns are some Humulus Camouflage. These are cool. These are also very thirsty plants. I have one, and this is a great one to have in a self-watering pot, because I swear mine's always okay until it's not, and all of a sudden it's like drooping and dying. It's very dramatic, but it always perks right back up. Other than the thirsty part, it's been fairly easy to grow, so it's one that I highly recommend. These are also in the 5-inch pots, and they are $20 each. And next to that are some philodendron painted ladies, and also in 5-inch pots. These are $15 each. The next plant I'm really excited to show you because I was obsessed with this plant. This was my favorite rare plant for the longest time. That's the Filidendrin Eloco Red. I'm amazed to see them here for $18. Such a good deal. I'm telling you, if I could tell you like how much money I like wasted on this, it hurts. It hurts to think about. But it's nice to see these at $18. Right? They're so full. I love tissue culture. Tissue culture. Gnarly. They got some fun prints of oranges in. Some of these look really interesting. These are $10 each in the 4-inch pots. I just love the color. It's so beautiful. Check out the new leaf on that. They have one different Baka Reflector left. I saw some on hold, so some people rush to put some on hold. Love that they do that here. And it's in a 6-inch pot for $16. So nice and so full. Oh, this is cool. They have them side by side so you can totally see the difference. I know, just looking at it, yeah, they're zebra plants. But one is the regular Aphelandra squarosa. And this is a special cultivar. It's called white gardenia. And it has more pronounced venation on it, giving it a whiter look to the leaf versus the darker green. You can kind of see the difference now, right? The leaves look to be a little smaller on the white gardenia too. I love the zebra plant. I love Phytonias, and I feel like the zebra plant is like a larger scale version of that. So I enjoy these a lot too. They have the cutest campanulas in. These always remind me of Willy Wonka. You know, when he plucks the flowers and drinks out of the cups. Is that a scene, or did I just imagine that? It's been a while since I've seen Willy Wonka. The original. I have not seen the Timothy Chalamet version. We have some nice 6-inch Dracaena Song of Indias. These are $15 each. Here is another cool find. This is the Epipremnum amplissimum. Climbing up a moss pole. These are $30 each. This is a great plant for the floor because I love the angle. It looks really good looking down on it versus at eye level. They also have larger 6-inch Filidendrin Milano Chrysums climbing up a pole, a styrofoam pole, but it's still a pole to climb nonetheless, and you could tell these are loving life. Ooh yeah, look at that. This is a beauty. It's got the beautiful long Filidendrin Milano Chrysum leaves, and it even has a new one coming out. These are $60 each. Oh, they have some nice 6-inch begonias. These are $16 each. I wish I knew what each variety was, but I don't, because there's so many different begonia varieties, different cultivars. I'm loving this one with its beautiful metallic satin sheen to it. Ooh, that's so nice. This one's really pretty too. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful these Maidenhair Ferns are. And they have some nice golden Ming Aralia stumps here. Look at that. That's a nice substantial stump. And they have it here for $14, which is a really good price. That's more like wholesale pricing. Like a lot of these plants are actually more like wholesale pricing. So I always say come here first, especially if you love to collect plants and would like to save some money. Wow. These philodendron pink princesses are huge. They haven't reverted. And the price is really good. They're $30 each. I feel like for how big and how tall and variegated they are, that's a good deal. You know, we gotta check out the cacti and succulent greenhouse too. And some of the standouts here are the spiralis, Ferbesii spiralis, Cereus Ferbesii spiralis, the spiral cactus, and these are $28 each. Ooh, and I see one with a perfect spiral right there. It's a good deal for these harder to find cacti. Oh yeah, and if those were too small, I have even larger ones. This one's $60. These are nice. Also, these mammillaria are cool. It's funny, it's called mammillaria, but they look so much more phallic. And they also have a ton of, like, some of the nicest Monkeytail cacti. These are in 8-inch pots, and they're $40 each. They're well established, and they're just ready to grow and trail for you. And all the Adenium Obesums that are usually pretty bare, like from what I've seen from the past winter, these are nice and full, and like most of them are flowering now, which is really cool. These are all in 6-inch pots, and they're $20 each. And I just had the idea, has anyone ever tried grafting all types of different flower colors onto one tree? That must be cool. Look how pretty this flower is. I think this is an echinopsis. Echinopsis flowers are some of the most beautiful you can find on a cactus. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the Echinopsis irisii. I got some plants. What'd I tell you? They had so much good stuff right now. And I got some plants. Let me show you all the plants I got. Got the rosy Maidenhair, one of my favorite ferns. One of my favorite ferns to kill. Just kidding. I got the El Choco Red because it's too pretty. Oh, look at that. It's so pretty. This is the begonia that I decided on. Yeah, I couldn't pass up that metallic satin sheen. I got the tiger fern. I also got a Monstera Edensoni. I like that it was climbing up this pole. The Tillandsia xerographica. I thought these were so cool, and I was tempted to pick up one of the flowering ones, but I just didn't want one so mature, so I got one without a flower spike, and hopefully I can get this to flower. And I also got one of these variegated Phalaenopsis. Again, it's too cool and too pretty to pass up. And that is why I told you to run and not walk here. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. If you like this video, you know what to do. Please throw me a bone and give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my plant videos, come plant shopping with me. Hit that subscribe button. I can't wait to see you in the next video. I just don't want to miss you too much. So if you could show me some love in the comments, and I'll meet you there. Bye!